Hi guys, Randy LaGiudice from 1985fm.com. If you're visiting San Diego Comic-Con this year and you're looking for something to do gaming related, check out Gam3rCon 2014. It's a 5-story building all dedicated to games, whether it be video games, tabletop games, game art, they even have game comedy and a bar. So we're going to do a quick run through of all the things that are inside this gigantic mecca of all things gaming. Stick with us, hope you enjoy. We are with Brian Bielawski, and it is Gam3rCon 2014, your 5th year running the show.
Yeah, and we're very, very happy to have made it 5 years, growing larger every single year.
So what inspired you to get this thing started? What made you decide to take on this much work?
Oh man, well first off, I didn't know it was going to be this much work. But what kept me going is, well there were a few things, a few factors. One, I had a one-man show called Gamers.
Right.
But I knew I wanted to put it on during Comic-Con week, but I didn't think anyone would really leave the action at the convention center to come just see a play. So I knew there needed to be more surrounding it. I come from a background of gamers, my family, that's what we did to bond.
Right.
So I knew I wanted to be in the gaming realm. And what we found was, you know, at that time, which was what, 2010, 2009, there wasn't a lot of gaming going on at Comic-Con.
Right.
And there was a need for it. Gamers wanted a place to play that week.
Yeah.
So we kind of heard that, and we took my play, and we found this awesome building to hold it in, and all that came together beautifully and unexpectedly.
And it feels like at this point now, gaming has such a larger presence than it did, say, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it totally, you mean this in general?
Generally speaking, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that was the year, or you know, a year after that, when it surpassed, you know, the entertainment industry, the film industry, and revenue. And yeah, I think that's where entertainment is heading, is more interaction and less passive.
Right. I imagine this is only going to get bigger over the years. I mean, the presence of gaming itself.
In the world?
Or just in San Diego, at least for this time of year.
Well, absolutely, and definitely that's our hope, that it just continues to grow and grow and grow.
Right. So how do you see the convention evolving in the last 5 years? What has been like the big thing that's changed about the convention?
Well, something completely unexpected with it is the way it's evolved, which is basically, you know, we put up the convention, and during year one, we had a lot of people come in and said, hey, I do this thing, or I have this game, or I do this kind of art that's related to gaming. Can I have a booth here, or demo it, or whatever? And you know, we kind of had the attitude like, sure, you know, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
So things like the spray paint party on the roof where we create the mural, a lot of the indie developers, those were things that weren't in our vision. We didn't really have a vision. It's kind of grown organically based on the people who are attracted to the community that we're creating.
And that's a big thing I kind of want to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of things going on gaming at Comic-Con, but there's not a lot of very community-heavy things. And this is something where it seems like you facilitate, welcome, and foster a community. And like, this is something you invite people to enjoy. Can you talk a little bit about how you invite the community and just to enjoy this?
Yeah, it was, well, two things. I think one, we were focused on community. We wanted to build a community. That was kind of part of our mission statement from the get-go, was let's, you know, build a growing community. The second thing was we had to make a decision at one point. Do we want a convention that's based on people, you know, moving through it, interacting, just tons of people, kind of churning them out like a mill?
Yeah.
Or do we want a convention that we would enjoy, where you come and you hang out all day and there's tons of stuff to do, but you get to play? And we, you know, we fought with it because, you know, one that churns people out, that's good. That's good for sponsors. It's good for the economy of a convention.
Right.
And we decided, you know what? We don't want to go in that direction. Yeah. And maybe, you know, it makes us less attractive to sponsors, or it stunts our growth a bit, but it also makes us really unique, that people just come here to play and to be entertained.
Yeah, no, the community thing is definitely a big part of it, and you know, making relationships in a lot of places you couldn't make otherwise.
Yeah.
What do you think is one of the bigger things that you're adding to the show this year?
Oh, wow.
I mean, we just saw the comedy show, which was amazing.
The comedy show is great. That's been there, I think, since year 2, and some of the same comics are coming back year after year. New things for this show. We did a strong push for indie developers, and we actually sponsored the tabletop category in the Geeky Awards going on in LA this year. So that brought in a whole bunch of indie designers with never before seen games that they're demoing. I know I'm going to miss stuff here. The panels, although we've had them, we brought in some amazing panelists talking about really relevant subjects.
Oh, I mean, let's talk a little bit about the Zelda one. That panel. Let's just please.
Well, actually, and I missed that panel, so I'm not gonna be able to talk intelligently. But you know, it was called, cleverly titled, "The Zelda Problem," and it was about, you know, how gaming in general is skewed toward the male demographic, even though females account, I forget the statistic, for like 41 to 48%.
Yeah, it's about 49, yeah, somewhere in that area. So
yeah.
A massive underrepresentation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but that's just kind of a testament to the kind of panels you guys are doing. It's highbrow stuff. We're not talking about frag tagging people. We're talking about like serious stuff.
Yeah, and that's something, because the convention was mostly started by artists, you know, my co-founder, you know, is a writer and a novelist. I was a, you know, theater actor, and then, you know, we attracted a, you know, fine art gallery curator who just loved games.
Right.
We kind of made that decision too, that instead of bringing in kind of pop art, not that there's anything wrong with it,
right.
but we were going to be the convention that focuses on the high art of gaming.
Right.
And yeah, that's how it grew.
Beautiful, beautiful. Brian, thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
Appreciate your time. It's Gam3rCon 2014. Be sure to check it out at San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to be here until Sunday?
Yes, Sunday at midnight.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Brian, for your time.
Cool, thanks.